What if mushrooms, the humble decomposers of the forest floor, could grow not only on land but also in our rivers? It sounds like science fiction, but it's a question pioneering researchers are actively exploring, potentially unlocking a new food source from our waterways. Today we're diving deep into a fascinating mushroom show. We will be having comparison show, growing mushroom on land vs. growing mushroom on rivers. On one side, traditional land-based mushroom farming, a practice refined over centuries. On the other, the radical new frontier of experimental aquatic mushroom cultivation. We'll explore the groundbreaking science behind growing fungi directly in water and the unique challenges this presents. Which method is truly more sustainable, profitable, and ultimately futuristic? We'll weigh the pros and cons from environmental impact to economic viability to see which vision of farming holds the most promise. Let's find out. The global mushroom market is a booming, multi-billion-dollar industry. From sought-after gourmet varieties like shiitake and oyster to powerful medicinal fungi like reishi, the demand for these incredible organisms is skyrocketing. This insatiable appetite is pushing cultivators to innovate far beyond the traditional farm. For decades, the process has been largely the same, growing mushrooms on carefully prepared substrates of logs or compost. These land-based farms rely on climate-controlled chambers, consuming significant energy. They also face constant battles with pests and contamination, and require vast amounts of fresh water, making scalability a persistent challenge for producers worldwide. But what if we could take the farm to the water? Recent experiments are pioneering a method that looks a lot like hydroponics, but for fungi. This innovative approach uses floating platforms where mushroom substrates are suspended directly in river water. The mycelium, the root-like network of the fungus, draws the moisture it needs directly from the flowing water, creating a self-sustaining microenvironment. The potential benefits are immense. This method could drastically reduce the reliance on fresh water and the energy needed for climate control. Some researchers even believe the mushrooms could play a role in bioremediation, helping to filter the very water they grow in. While still in its early stages, aquatic mushroom farming represents a fascinating frontier, promising a more sustainable way to cultivate one of the world's most versatile foods. Let's weigh the options. Traditional land-based farming is a finely tuned science. Inside climate-controlled facilities, growers optimize conditions for predictable, high-volume yields. This control is its greatest strength. In contrast, river farming is a radical alternative. By using natural waterways, it could drastically reduce the demand for land, but this open environment is vulnerable to contamination from pollutants, a serious food safety hurdle. Environmentally, the contrast is stark. Land farming is resource-intensive, demanding significant energy and water, creating a large carbon footprint. River systems could be far gentler, slashing energy use. Scientists even propose they could act as bioremediators, with mycelium helping to filter pollutants. But this potential is balanced by risk. Poorly designed systems could disrupt aquatic ecosystems by blocking sunlight or altering water flow. The scientific challenges are immense. How do you anchor a floating farm against strong currents? What substrates can withstand constant saturation? Innovators are experimenting with durable, buoyant materials and specialized mycelium strains bred for these unique, water-rich conditions. These are the questions scientists are working to answer right now, pushing the boundaries of mycology. Economically, the stakes are high. The global mushroom market is booming, projected to surpass $90 billion by 2030. While land farms require massive upfront capital, river farming could democratize access. It could create new, sustainable livelihoods for riverside communities with lower initial investment. The key is developing cost-effective, scalable systems that turn this concept into a viable business model. The future likely isn't a choice of one over the other, but a sophisticated integration. We envision hybrid systems where spawn is cultivated in sterile labs before being transferred to automated river rafts. AI-powered sensors will monitor water quality and growth, while robotic arms handle harvesting. This fusion of controlled biotechnology and the natural environment could be the key to sustainable abundance. Land-based farming remains the reliable backbone of the industry. River farming is the bold, high-risk, high-reward frontier. The journey requires investment and careful stewardship, but the potential is immense. What do you see as the biggest hurdle? Technology, risk, or acceptance? Share your thoughts in the comments and subscribe for more deep dives into the future of food.